Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Ask Professor XI. So, you've been trying to lose weight, and you feel like you've been doing everything perfectly fine, and that scale, which I hate, is not budging. What do we do next? Well, it's experimentation time. Alright, it's time to put on our detective hats and figure this out. So, here's how we start. Write it all down. I want you to keep a 3-day journal. I want you to write down what you eat, when you eat it, and a guesstimate about how much. In that journal, write down how stressed you were. Write down how fast you ate. Write down your activity level during each of those 3 days. Alright? And your sleep. Your sleep is very important. Alright? So, we've gotten to that point. We've wrote it all down. We've got all our data. So we're going to tackle the diet part first. So, we're going to start with a process of elimination. Look at all those foods you wrote down over those 3 days. Okay? Look at some of the patterns. Look at what you're writing. So then what we do is we do what's called an elimination diet. And I will post a great infographic on that in the comment section on Facebook. Alright? If you're watching this on YouTube, go to my Facebook. It's there. I promise. Alright? So, write it all down. Look at some patterns. Sometimes we develop sensitivities to foods we eat a lot of. You know, things we eliminate, maybe if you're a big fruit person, but it's a lot of citrus foods. So that might be you eliminate citrus foods for 3 weeks and just eat all other types of fruits. Maybe your vegetables, you consume a lot of tomatoes, white potatoes, eggplant. That might be something you eliminate for 3 weeks, see what goes on. Look at your sugars. You know, are you eating a bunch of crappy sugars or lots of soda? Try eliminating soda for 3 weeks. That might be a big one. You might catch something on that one. Maybe you're a big dairy guy or gal. So look at your dairy intake and cut out all your dairy. That's your milks, your yogurts, etc. And only have like coconut milk, almond milk, rice milk. And see how your body feels. And these eliminations usually take 3 weeks because you want it to really process out of your body. Alright, so same with nuts. Maybe you have a nut intolerance. So maybe you eliminate all nuts for 3 weeks. So with any of these, choose one of those things, eliminate it for 3 weeks, and see how you feel. And then see what happens when you slowly reintroduce it. And when you slowly reintroduce them, yeah, you can start another 3 weeks of something else. But this takes time. As I've always preached to you, weight loss takes time. Time. It takes time to change. Alright? So, and then next, you know, look at how much food you're eating back in our process of elimination. Back in our write it all down, I should say. And then let's look at, do we need to increase or decrease? So assess your activity level on a given day. If you're doing a lot of work, you're working out hard, you're busting your tuchus in the gym, but you're not eating a lot, it looks like what you're eating is like next to nothing, then maybe you need to increase your portions when you're eating. Or maybe on days you're inactive, you need to decrease. That's my lab assistant over there, Tigger, who's hard at work, walking around, discovering the next best thing to help you with. You know, so if you're inactive, maybe you need to decrease. Maybe it's a combination. Maybe you're eating too much in periods where you're not moving as much. Okay? And my last thing, that when I said to write it all down, is look at your activity level. In those days, were you sitting for long periods of time? Were you sitting for 3, 4, 5 hours at a time, even at night? That, even with the healthiest diet, with the perfect macro intake, you can still hold on to weight. Because when you're sitting for long periods of time, your metabolism drops like a rock. Your body doesn't need much energy, so it's not going to work hard to use much energy if you're not doing much. If your body needs the energy, it'll use it. If it doesn't, it won't. Alright, so those are some things to consider when you're looking at experimenting and figuring out why the numbers on the scale or the body fat percentage calculator, because I'd rather you be doing that, aren't budging. So, after maybe, I want you to kind of consider some of this writing it all down stuff, and I want you to leave me a comment. What do you think could be holding you back? Why do you think you have plateaued and are not seeing any changes? Thanks for watching. If you see if you know a friend, if you got a good friend out there who's been having a rough time, please, please, please share this video with them. Alright? As always, thanks for watching.